Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a few days since I last posted a video. I have been in a funny mood lately, and I am really trying to get myself back into the holiday spirits. But today, which is December the 20th, very close to Christmas, I am doing some last minute gift card and money holders. So I decided to go ahead and film a video just while I'm crafting, while I'm making my gift card holders and also some money holders for last minute Christmas gifts. So I'm going to be using this paper pad right here. It was one of the hot buys from Michaels, and it's what is this? Say Freeze. Just a really pretty traditional paper pad. And so I'm going to be using my We Are Memory Keepers pocket punch board right here to make some of these little pockets, which I did have to go back on YouTube. I had to come on here to actually watch the We Are Memory Keepers video to see how to use my punch board again, because I lost my instructions and I hadn't used this in a while. But I love the little envelopes, the little pocket envelopes that you can create with this, and you can make the perfect size to fit the gift cards that you buy in the store that are not onto the what do you call it, the packaging like this. If you don't want to take the gift card off and you just want to give it like this so that the recipient knows exactly how much is on the card, you know, so this envelope will fit this exactly. So I didn't want to have to take these off. When I give them, I want them to have this whole piece. And like this also, you don't want to open up these and then take the gift card out and have to put them in a gift card holder. You want to stick the whole thing in, and this fits as well. So I'm going to be making one for each one of these gift cards. And so for this punch board, it's pretty easy. I just lost the instructions. I still have, because of this cute little handy dandy little holder, I still have my measurements card. It's just a cheat sheet on how to set your measurements for what size card you need a pocket for. So that is handy that they included this little area under here. That way you don't lose this. So I did lose the instructions. So I had to go back and look at videos, but it's super simple. So I'm just going to do some on camera. So for the size that I need, which would fit like a 3 3/4 by 5.5 card size, I need a piece of cardstock that measures 8 by 7.5. So I have already chosen this piece, and I'm going to make another one of these on camera for you guys. So there is a letter guide right here on your punch board, and there's a number guide. And there's also these little arms that come out, and these are your scoring arms. Okay, so this area over here is if you just want to make a pocket with a little notch at the top. It gives the punch for the notch. So I'm not going to use that. I want the actual pocket with the flap that close over like this. So anyway, so I'm going to set this up with the guides, you know, facing me. And this is the number guide. And when you choose your sizing from the size chart, the first size, which is 8, because we needed a piece of paper that is 8 by 7.5. The first size that is mentioned is the size that is going to go under the numbering guide. That way you know the perfect placement of your paper. You don't want to put it on the 7.5-inch side going this way, because then you'll cut your paper wrong. So I'm going to put my 8-inch side right in these two guides right here. And it's super simple. And you just pull this little piece out. It has your blade and it fits inside that track, and you just follow that track and it cuts that piece off. Okay, and then so for this envelope, I'm going to lift this up, turn my paper over, and I need to cut this side as well. So super simple. So I'm going to take that notch out. So next thing I want to do is flip my paper over so that I can go ahead and cut this side of the page as well. So I'm just going to fit the paper right in there under the guides, and go ahead and slide my tool, and it cuts really easy. And I'm also going to turn this over like this and just make sure I fit my paper under those guides snug against there, because I've done this before and I've had it crooked and it kind of messed up my whole little pocket. Alright, so I'm going to take that out. So now, before I pull this off, I'm going to turn it over and just go ahead and fit this right back up against my two notches. So there's a scoring line on here that goes here and it goes here. So I'm just going to follow that scoring line just to make my scores on my board, on my paper. So, and this does come with a scoring tool, but I like to use my Martha Stewart scoring tool. So I'm also going to score this side. And again, just making sure I have my paper butted up against these two guides the right way so that I'm scoring it the right way. So I just go there and score. And then I start at this scoring line and just go down like that. Just like so. And so this is what I have. I have my scoring. So then all you do is fold and you glue. Fold like that, and I just kind of like to make sure mine is lined up. Fold. I just run this just like this. Alright, and so next I'm going to use my craft tacky glue, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue if I can get it to come out. I'm almost out of this glue, that's the thing. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue up this edge right here. And go ahead and close that over and seal it. Okay. And then I am going to add a little glue at the bottom here. I'm going to close that over and seal it. And let my glue dry. Alright. And here's my envelope. So all I have to do, once I'm done, all I have to do is kind of add my little decoration. So it should fit right in there, both cards, with no problem. Yeah. So just a really, really cute little gift card pockets. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to decorate those, and then I'll show you guys at the end of the video how I decorated those. But I also wanted to show you guys the super simple money pocket that I'm going to be making as well. So I'm just going to use some of this Pen and Gear cardstock from Walmart. It says that this is 110-pound cardstock. However, it doesn't feel as heavy as the 110-pound cardstocks that you get from Hobby Lobby or Michael. It just doesn't. So I'm not sure why the difference, but it's not as heavyweight. It doesn't feel as heavyweight, I should say. Okay, so for the money card, the money pocket, for that, you will need to cut your paper at 7.5 inches by 7 inches. So I'm just gonna take my paper cutter, and I'm gonna go 7.5, and I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna cut at 7. Okay. And on the 7.5 inch side, that's where you'll do all the scoring. So I'm going to take my scoreboard, and I'm going to place my paper on my scoreboard on the 7.5 inch side right here. 7.5 inch side. And so once there, you're just going to score at 2 1/4. And then you're going to score at 5 1/4. Okay. And that's it. That's the scoring. So you'll just fold on the score lines. And this is a perfect size for money. So it'll fit really good in there. Alright. So I like to add a little notch so that it is easy for the recipient to pull the money out of the little money pocket. But before I do the notch, I like to add my designer paper. So I'm going to grab some paper. Let's see. I like this one, so I am going to use this one and go ahead and cut it. Okay, I'm going to cut it down to 7. I just want to make sure I'm cutting it right so that I can. Yeah, I'm going to cut it down to 7 so that I can map my papers on there the right way. So 7, but actually I want to cut it down to 6 7/8. That way I can have a tiny little white border around there. So 6 7/8, and then I'm going to cut at 2 1/8. So there's 2 1/8. Next I'm going to cut at 2 7/8. And then I'm going to cut another one at 2 1/8. And this is just to mat my money holder. All right, so the larger piece will go right in the center, and see, it gives me a little white border. So I'm just going to use my glue and glue this down. And you can find this tutorial all over YouTube. I mean, just different variations of it. And I just picked the easiest for me, which is this one. I'm almost out of this glue, which is good for me because I have so much glue. I need to just start using glue that I don't usually grab from for projects like this. So I'm just going to mat that down. And the good thing about using the liquid glue is you have a little bit of room to move it around. Alrighty, so you want to make sure this is going to be the back of my envelope. So this one will flip down. So this will be the top that flips down. And I think I want this piece with all the gifts on this side. So I'm just going to add some glue. Yeah, I'm definitely almost out of this. I really want to use it all up. This was one that I think came in one of my Simon Says stamp card kits a while back. And y'all know I barely use all of my supplies from those kits. And I mentioned that I need to start using up the supplies from my kits, because otherwise it just sits there. And when I put it up, then I usually don't grab for it when it's put away. So I just grab for this one. I'm usually using my art glitter glue. Okay, so this piece will fold up and be adhered up like this. So this will be my bottom piece. Actually, the piece that'll get the notch out. So this piece, I want this little strip right here to go on. So I'm just going to open that up. And again, I'm going to add more glue here. The only thing about this glue is it's kind of thick, so it doesn't really flow out of the container as easy as I think it should. Okay, so that piece is gonna go right there. Just super simple. Okay, so this is gonna fold up right here. But before I fold it up, I want to use this is a 1.5 inch punch, circle punch. And so I want to add a little notch. So I'm just going to eyeball it and just kind of look for as close to the center. And I'm just going to go halfway with the circle and just as close to the center as I think, and punch it. And so that'll give me that notch like that. So for these two sides, they need to be adhered up. So I'm going to use some, I think this is what? Yeah, this is a 1/4 inch double-sided tape. So I'm just going to just add one strip down this side. And one strip down this side. I'm just going to burnish a little bit and use my pick tool and pull the backing off that like that. And then just seal that up like that. So this is how this looks. Now you could also round the corners, which would make it look neat as well. But just a really easy little money holder. Yeah, it's very easy. Simple, easy to make. I love making these little because they're super fast. I'm not going fast right now because I'm talking to you guys and I'm just taking my time. So with this paper collection, there's a page in there with like lots of cut aparts. And so what I am going to do is get some paper here. I have a ton of like scratch paper. I'm going to change this glue out because it's kind of thick and I can actually kind of see it puckling under my designer paper. So I am going to change it. And that might be why I rarely grab for that one. And I'm going to take out my Beacon 3-in-1 because I really like that one. So I'm just going to grab one of these cut aparts, which I like this one. It says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I'm just going to mat this. Let's see. I'm like, I don't know if I should mat it on this or just plain. Maybe I should probably just do one like this that says Merry and Bright. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one that says Merry and Bright. But I'm going to mat it on top of white first. White cardstock. Alright. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the back. Like that. And I'm just going to mat it on here, leaving a border around. Then I'm going to cut the excess. Be careful with this if the glue is still wet. And I'm trying to be pretty careful because my glue is still a little on the wet side. Alright, so this is what I have. And I'm not going to pop it up or anything. I want it to be as flat as possible. So I'm just going to add a little glue going on here. Like that. And I just added it halfway. I don't know if you can see that. Because I am going to glue it. I'm just going to try to center it up. And just glue it right across the top of my envelope. Just trying to center it as best as I can so that it looks like this. Now for a closure, you can do like a belly band closure. But I am going to use some of these fastener dots that I got. They're the little Velcro dots from Dollar Tree. And that way, if the recipient, it has the top and the bottom piece, Velcro. That way, if the recipient wants to reuse this or re-gift this, they can absolutely do that. So I stick it down first, then close it like a little, it's kind of like a little wallet, money wallet, but it's an envelope. So then it looks like that, and it has the closure. So you know that it's closed, secure. So that's how I'm going to do mine. I just think that's really cute. So I'm just going to let my glue dry, but that's it. Don't have to do a whole lot of extra, embellishments. Just use the paper collection to decorate the envelope. So that's probably what I'm going to do to decorate these as well. So just adding a little border around those cut aparts and adding them to the envelopes. This one says, "Have yourself a merry little winter." Really cute. This one says, "Home for the holidays." Or I could cut a red or a white snowflake and layer it up on here. So that is what I'm going to do to decorate my little envelopes. So I will make these and probably post a picture or a quick video clip in the end to show you the end result. Or definitely check out my Instagram page, because I'll probably post a quick pic on my Instagram when I'm done. Okay guys, so I am done. I made 5 of the money holders, and I finished the 4 gift card holders, which are just like the pocket envelopes. Really cute, and I just used the cut aparts from the paper to kind of dress them up a little bit. So they're flat. Most times when people give me gift cards, I stick them in my purse or my wallet. So these lay flat, and that won't be a problem. And these can be given to male or female, all traditional Christmas colors. I really love that paper collection. So as you can see on these, I rounded the corners, and all of these are held together by Velcro closures, where they could be reused, or it's just to help keep security and keep the money from coming out. You can also stamp a greeting in here. That's why I did it with white cardstock. It'd be easy to see a greeting, or you can do a to from, or just write a little message on the inside if that's what you want to do. Same with this. But I plan to put a little to from label on the back of these, and I use the Velcro so that they could be reused if the recipient wants to reuse them. So you can reuse them for someone else. So I just thought these were super cute. Love that hot buy paper pad. This is an awesome way to bust up those paper pads and use up scraps. These kind of little projects that don't take long at all. So yeah, I mean, you can also do a belly band. I didn't do a belly band because I have so many packs of those little Velcro dots that I wanted to use some of the items in my stash that I hadn't been grabbing for. So some of the glues and some of the items, because I get a lot of stuff from Dollar Tree, and I end up putting it away and then not having it around, so then I don't use it as often as I should. So that's why I just pulled that out. And I really didn't want to add a lot of dimensional embellishments to these. I just wanted to keep them clean and simple, and just using the paper collection to decorate these. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed and you would like to subscribe to my channel, click the link to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll know whenever I post or upload a video. And again, thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I haven't forgotten about you guys as far as sharing with my December daily. I have been working on my December daily, although I have not been doing it on an everyday basis, only because I haven't gotten all the pictures that I want to use printed up yet. But I have been taking my time and working in my December daily. So at the end of the year, I will probably do a video, just a walkthrough video with you guys, to share how I ended up doing my December daily. So yeah, so this was just a quick video showing you how I make my last minute money holders and gift card holders. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.